Hi friends, I'm Laura, this is Baker Drinks. Today I'm going to change it up a little bit. Troy poured me a little blind. I'm going to test any kind of knowledge I have on whiskey, see if I can attempt to guess what could be in the bottles. He labeled them A and B, and I got some Glens and I labeled them A and B so that I can try to keep them separate. So I'll just pour them and then we'll get into it and see how I do. Looks like this is going to be a buzzed afternoon. I don't normally pour this big of glasses, and this is probably as much as I normally drink in a day. I'm definitely a lightweight when it comes to whiskey. So we'll see how this goes by the end of the video. I've got Finn joining me. He's over here sleeping. We'll see how long he stays. He doesn't like noise and he doesn't like being bothered, so as long as I don't mess with him, he'll probably sit over there and sleep through the video. So I'll start with A. Give it a little swirl. See, let it open up a little bit. I'm sure he wouldn't pour a brand new bottle I've never opened before. There aren't very many of them here, so that shouldn't be a problem. But usually a second time drinking it always seems a lot better than the first time. This is very sweet. It's definitely bourbon. Off the nose, I know that. Anything else? We'll just have to see what I get. It is vanilla. So much vanilla. Oak. Those are the main notes I'm getting. I'm not getting any fruitiness off of it. Maybe a hint of something fruity. It's definitely not a Buffalo Trace product. That I can pick off the nose almost instantly of every single bottle we have. So we'll see what it is. Sweet, vanilla, oak, just like the nose. But mid-palate, it kind of went to like a butterscotch. Maybe just a hint of spice and some fruitiness, but not like there's no cherry. There's not those kind of fruitiness. Maybe like maybe like a citrus. It was so faint, it's really hard to say, but it's not that normal cherry or artificial cherry or Jack Daniel's banana. I'm not getting any of those flavors. Definitely bourbon though. It's good. It's not crazy proofy. It's I would say 100 or sub 100. Probably 95 is what I would guess off of this. There's not a lot of hug going on. A little tingling in the mouth. I'm not sure if maybe it's a high rye bourbon. There's no rye flavor, but there's some tingling on the tongue. Otherwise, standard bourbon. I'd probably say unfinished bourbon, 95 proof. Delicious though. I'm happy about this one. Okay, I'm gonna take a sip of water and then I'll go to B. Finn still looks like he's enjoying himself over there, although he doesn't get any whiskey. Okay, going into letter B. This one also smells very good. I think I get some citrusy notes on this one as well. But definitely bourbon. Possibly higher proof. It tingled my nose a little bit on that. Ooh, almost lost a splash. This spinning is just not my strength. I get a little crazy with it. There's no smooth circles. There's a little dusty nuttiness on it, which usually tells me it's older. Yeah, definitely got a dusty, oaky scent to it. Well, that is interesting. It's very good. It's very coating of the mouth. I don't know what it is. I don't even want to say it's bourbon. It's not rye. It's, I don't know, whiskey, maybe? Like American whiskey or like an unclassified whiskey. It smells like bourbon though. Doesn't taste like it. There's more grain-like flavors, cereal notes, not like it's young whiskey. It doesn't taste like that. It just tastes like there's more to it than just corn. It's not a corn flavor I'm getting. It's not malt either, so I don't think it's a malted whiskey. I don't know. Troy set me up here. This is, I don't even know if I'm gonna post this video because I feel like I don't know anything drinking these. It's very good. It's very enjoyable to drink. It's complex. It's flavorful. But I'm not sure it's bourbon. Could be though. It's kind of on that line where I'm not sure, but the fact that I'm thinking it's not bourbon tells me it's probably not bourbon, because bourbon has such a distinct flavor profile. Where A, 100% bourbon. B, I'm not sure. They're both enjoyable though. I'd be happy with either of these pours any night of the week. Okay, so I'm gonna say B is an unfinished whiskey. I don't know if that's a cop-out because, well, if it's bourbon, then I got it wrong. But I'm just gonna say it's an unfinished whiskey. It's a little hotter than A. So since I said A was 95, I'm gonna say B is 100. Neither one of them are high proof. They're both delicious. I can't wait to find out what they are. I'm gonna go back to A just so I can decide which I think is better. And then once I tell you which one's better, we'll see what they are. Honestly, it's a toss-up. Going from A to B, I thought A was better, but now going from B to A, I feel like B was better. So I think it's probably depending on what you're drinking and what you're eating. They're both delicious. I'm happy I have both of them on the shelf. Let's see what I was drinking. Okay, this says A. This one is Joseph Magnus. So that would just be the normal Joseph Magnus bottle, 100 proof. It is a marriage of straight bourbon whiskey, aged in white oak barrels and finished in Oloroso sherry, PX sherry, and cognac. So that is a little surprising to me based on my flavors. I swear it's unfinished. There's very little fruitiness, which I would think with two types of sherry and cognac, it would be very fruity, but it's not. It's sweet, it's oaky, It's delicious. 100 proof, I guess 95, so maybe it drinks easy. And then B is the Murray Hill Club by Joseph Magnus. So this was a blind of the 2 Joseph Magnus bottles I have. This one says it's a blend of 18 and 11-year-old bourbon with 9-year-old light whiskey. So I don't know that I got that wrong saying it wasn't bourbon, because I said it's whiskey. It's a blend. So I think he was trying to trick me, telling me to guess what type of whiskey it was when it's a blend of bourbon and light whiskey. And then this is 103 proof. So I said 100, pretty close. Definitely spicier, more burn to it than A, but both delicious. They both have a good mouthfeel for not being very high proof. They both have good flavor. This one says the flavors are butterscotch, honey, toffee. So I think the toffee is probably a flavor I was getting a lot of when I wasn't sure how to put it into words what I was tasting. But now that I see it written, I'm thinking that's what I was getting. It does say that it has a hint of black pepper that lingers through a softly spiced and toasted finish, and I would agree with that. It does have some tingling on the tongue, some spiciness, but in a good way. Not overly spicy, not unenjoyable. They're great. So thank you for joining me. Once I leave you guys, I'm gonna finish these and enjoy myself the rest of the evening. I hope you do too. Cheers. Thank you.